Hi guys! So I'm back. Most of the stuff is laminated, just not all cut out, but I do have at least some, but most of them should be in little packs like this after laminating. And then I did forget to reset my hole punch because I forgot when I laminate and I leave that quarter centimeter lamination side there that the holes will be moved. So that's something you're going to want to look out for if you hole punched yours beforehand. But for me, I'm really not too worried. I mean, it's a little off center, but not too bad. Yeah. Oh well. But I do have the two sets. The book rings are really easy. All you have to do is just open them up and clip them on. So I'm not going to show you guys those ones. But I do have rubber bands and popsicle sticks, and I'm going to show you how to do those ones. And of course, how to tape these ones on more appropriately. We have our book pieces, and we're going to fit this through. And I've already gone ahead and sorted to make sure these are in exact order. That's something you're definitely going to want to do. Getting a little bit of a snag there. Alright, so I have those in. I'm going to move those pins to one side, pop them off and in. And we're going to put that one side down first, move both those slides over, pop the other one down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one about in the middle right there. I want to use this for the thicker book instead of the rubber band because it will hold it quite a bit better. So we do have our tape. Scott tape works the best. Duct tape actually is a little, it's not see-through, but I mean a little flimsy. So we want to kind of measure about just a little shorter than the length of our book. Start from about right there. Push against it because you want it to sit as nicely as possible on it as you can. Push against the top as hard as you can. And then wrap it around. Make sure there's nothing kind of sticking in yours, because tape, it's very sticky. So we have that. What that's going to do is that's going to keep the kids from taking the book apart, and that's also going to protect their fingers because, I mean, these pieces can be sharp. If a kid chews on them, that's not fun at all. See? Piece of my hair right there. Apparently I'm trying to get my own DNA sample. Okay. So measure about that side and a little bit farther out. And of course this is why you want clear tape, because it really does better than if you have non-clear tape. So as you can see, it should sit over like this. And if you have a little extra, this is why scissors are so handy. Where'd that piece go? Oh well, not too concerned. So something a little bit like that, and you could go one extra step, probably about that length, where you're going to put this over and across, and that will make for a nice little sturdy book. And if you did the tape as horribly as I did just now, you'll have a little bit of that yick kind of look, but and once it gets used a little bit, it'll bend into shape. And I mean, it doesn't hurt to kind of go through it and get it into that habit of just opening and stuff. But there you go. You have one very nice put together book that should be very difficult for the little ones to kind of take apart for a while anyways, because I've had them rip literally inside the laminating sheets and all the way off and over. Yes. So now for rubber bands and popsicle sticks. Now I'm going to be doing it for my laminated robot ones, and like I said before, I was so happy. I don't know if you could see on this, the shiny actually does shine through. I was so excited with these stickers because I told you that bad experience I had. Now this one is going to be a little too long, obviously. I mean, if you want it longer, you can. If not, yeah. This one seems about appropriate, and it looks about strong enough to handle it. So just over that. And yeah, I don't have any longer ones or any shorter ones, but that's okay. So you want to try and get a thickness like this or like this because you want these to last a while. And you can even double up on this size. This one might actually be too long, so I'm going to go with this one because it should give me just the right amount of elasticity. You definitely, unless you're going to double up, want to avoid the ones that are really thin like this because those will snap. So what you do, we're going to start with this side over here. Line up the holes. Oops. Laminating sometimes makes these pages slippery. So line them up and just wiggle that rubber band right through. Now I don't want the rubber band visible on this side because if I put it, or the popsicle stick, if I put it on this side, depending on the thickness, like if it's this one, it's going to cover my front. And I don't want that. So what I'll do is I'll put it on this side. Once I have that through, I'll pop that in about right there. Looks about even. Pull this tight. So now I have it kind of set. And then just pull this and try to weed it through the opposite side. It can be difficult because obviously you don't want to pull it too much and stretch it too far where it won't have that fun stretchiness to it. And that might be a little curved wrong, but that's okay. One of the sides almost always has that little weird divot. So we have them about the same length as far as in how and where the rubber band sets. So we have it set about the same on this. We don't want it too far off or too far in. So it should look like that. And you, of course, you're going to want to tape it like you did with this. Now, I don't want to use the rubber band even for my smaller books, just because, like I said, my age group, and I have had, because they fight over books a lot, it's still accessible, the rubber band, and it has snapped, and my kids are chewers, so this would not be conducive to my classroom environment. But, of course, older kids, feel free. I mean, they should have a little bit more self-control. Or if it's just stuff you have on hand, I mean, it's fine, but I like to look out for those little dangers because, of course, if this snaps in the middle, after I tape the sides like I did with this one, where you tape this side and then that side and once over, the rubber band will stay, so I'm not worried about them pulling it and chewing on it. But, of course, any rubber band that snaps hurts. But, I mean, even for projects, for older kids, this is a nice way to bind a book for a project that you don't have a lot of supplies on. So there you have it. There's the rubber band trick. All you need is a couple popsicles, sturdy popsicles, not the really flimsy thin ones, a good sturdy rubber band, and Scotch tape. Well, clear Scotch tape, I should say, not just Scotch tape. And there you have it. Thanks for watching. Wait for my next tutorial.